We are going to start. Where have we stopped?
Just before they went to fight the um, monster.
Right, thank you. So here, so we stopped before they fight the monster, uh, and the name of the monster is Humbaba. Now, why did they want to do it? Why did Gilgamesh want to do it? Why would he want to fight? So the reason, the first thing is that at certain point in the story, Enkidu became so bored with his life at the palace, at the city, and Gilgamesh noticed this, and he asked Enkidu, "What's wrong, my friend?" Right? Because they were so close that they felt that they are lovers, right? What's wrong? Yeah? Come on, and put his shoulders around Enkidu. What's going on? We're in this together. Yeah, because from then on they do things together all the time. And so Enkidu said that he missed the forest. He missed being with the animals and being outside the city, and he wants to go back to nature. And so Enkidu has this reminiscing of this position, like coming back to the past. So that was the major reason. Gilgamesh said, "Oh, I'll come up with an adventure. Yeah, if you're bored, I'd probably be as bored as well because because we're doing this together." And so that was the kind of the first reason why Gilgamesh do it. But then Enkidu doesn't want to do it. "Oh, my friend Gilgamesh, I know Humbaba. Yes, I I have been there to the forest where he was, and he is huge, he's big, and he described it in a way in the story in a much better way than I could. Yes, in the story that you're listening. And so then, what was Gilgamesh's answer to this? Because he made a suggestion. Enkidu said, "I don't want to do it." And so here comes the real reason, right? So here comes to the next level of reason is for all the things that Gilgamesh did, he wanted to have fame. He wanted to conquer other lands. He wanted to build a better city, yeah? And to build a better city with a better palace, he needs wood, timber for his palace. And so if he goes there, he will have fame, and the other one is he will have the materials to further build better palaces. And so in a way, Enkidu reluctantly agreed to go. Reluctantly. And so in this journey, and this was the question I asked you yesterday, is how did the author, or how did the podcaster describe the journey? Yeah, because we spoke quickly about this. So some of the words which says they journey, so it's just from my quick recollection. They journey for 3 days and 3 nights. Yeah. And they would then say later on, for normal human beings, it would take 5 weeks to 6 weeks. And it's always like that every time, right? They journey for 3 days and 3 nights. Yes. And then, at the end of the day, there's always a mention of Gilgamesh lay down in a circle of flowers prepared by Enkidu. All the time on those journeys, it's all the same. And this is the repetition that I was talking to you about. That's one repetition. Yeah. So those are the journey described in a very repetitive way. the dreams are described in a very repetitive way. Were there other words that are kind of repetition? Because that's one technique of the story, yeah, and that's kind of one of the homework I gave you. What are the other repetitions in the story?
Let me just check. I wrote some down, but I.
Yeah, thank you.
Oh yeah, they say like when he's going into the hole of hell or whatever it's called, they say there was darkness before and behind him and to either side of him, and it's like, and then he ran, and then
Yes.
also they say no so like when Gilgamesh is mourning the death of the other one, he says may the may the and then when Enkidu curses his ex-wife and like the other people, he says may the but then he like undoes it, and then he's like, actually I don't want to curse her anymore, I want to be nice, so then he says may the
Yes, yeah. So thank you. I mean, that's a powerful way of doing, and because people didn't read at the time, the repetition helps. Remember, these stories are told, and I'm quite happy with this version that I've sent you. So here, they went to fight Humbaba, described really well in the story. Yeah, and at a certain point, in the journey, Gilgamesh was scared. He was scared. And so, what did Enkidu do? So Enkidu kind of, come on, Gilgamesh, we're so close. So in a way, Enkidu was very encouraging. So when the journey started, Gilgamesh was so encouraging to Enkidu. Come on, Enkidu, let's go into this journey, in this adventure. And now we're in the middle of the journey. Yeah, in the middle of the journey, Gilgamesh had second thoughts, and so Enkidu encouraged Gilgamesh, and the repetition again was there, right? It's a very great storytelling technique that Gilgamesh was trying to encourage Enkidu, right, with the same words, and then Enkidu was trying to encourage Gilgamesh with the same words. And so they met Humbaba. How was Humbaba described?
I don't remember. I don't really remember the part where they fought.
Because now we're really going into the details of, we're moving from the narrative, yeah, to techniques of writing. So let's for this session, maybe I paused in going through asking for the exact words, right? Yeah, shall we do that? Yeah, because then we're stopping the flow. So what I was asking is, if you can remember the words, then we go to the the techniques that was used by the writer, yeah, or the storyteller, right? So that's alliteration, assonance, epithet, personification, simile, and all those kind of stuff. Right?